To the Monday morning battleground here. This is the Forex battleground where we go ahead and take a look at the outlook for the week. And my focus is going to be on the euro crosses this week. I know we're getting some Fed news coming out this week as well, but I'm really going to be focusing more on the euro crosses, and we will go into the euro US dollar and take a look and see how that's set up, as well as the euro Swiss. I believe it's setting up with great opportunities. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what that looks like when we get back right after the break. See you right in a minute. Alrighty, traders. Well, welcome back, and yes, this is the weekly Forex battleground. We'll go ahead and take a look at the market setup for this week, and like I said, I'm going to be focusing on the euro crosses this week because I think there's a lot of good setups that's taking place at the moment right now. So let's go ahead and dive straight into that and take a look and see how that looks like. But before we get started with this, just remember, traders, we also broadcast on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we are looking at short-term trade opportunities. Make sure you go ahead and check out the description below. There's a Telegram channel there that you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It is free, so you can get, of course, any sort of updates that are taking place. Make sure that you check out everything in the description with regards to Trade Copier, with regards to our results, with regards to our free Telegram channels. Make sure you go ahead and connect with us through all the social media as well. So with that being said, traders, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on right here. And I'm going to go ahead and share some information about our Telegram channel as well. Make sure you go ahead and sign up on that as well, because we are sending out quite a bit of trades, as you can see right here. We're sending out quite a bit of trades throughout the Telegram channel, so you may want to go ahead and check that out, see how that plays out. Now let's go take a look at some of euro crosses. Now, before we go ahead and take a look at the charts, just a quick one. We've got some euro data coming out on Tuesday, but you can see right here as I look at the calendar for the week, we do have some additional data coming out for the US as well, and that's about it. You know, some US data. We've got some Aussie data coming out this evening, but you know, the real point, the reason why I want to look at the euro crosses is because it's setting up nicely technically. Now that's not going to take away the details that we have right here with regards to the news that's coming out for the other currencies. We've got pound CPI, yearly CPI coming out on Wednesday. Definitely going to be a price mover right here. We got Canadian yearly CPI also coming out on Wednesday. So Wednesday is definitely going to be probably the better day to trade when it comes to short-term trading. Great opportunities with news that's going to be able to move the market as well. Now, so again, not taking anything that's going to go down on Wednesday. Definitely is going to be a good day to go ahead and trade. But let's go take a look at the euro crosses and just look at the euro from a technical perspective. And I want to go ahead and start off with the euro Swiss franc right here, because this is the one that I'm actually paying attention to quite a bit here. Now, I do have the 50-minute time frame open. I'm going to go to the 4-hour right here just to get a little bit of a larger perspective of what's going on. And so if I look over here on the 4-hour, we can see that the 4-hour is showing us that we have a wave 1, 2, 3. Now, there is a little, a little concern right here that we didn't hold up at that level, because as price went back up again off that support level there, we did see a resistance hold, and now we went ahead and dropped further back down south. So we did drop back down south, coming back to test the wave 1 high right here at the bottom. And so if we can bounce off that, we should be on our way back up again. We are already starting to see divergence here on the 4-hour. So good positive divergence. Let's see if we can get a bounce of that support and start trading back up north. Now, I am looking at longs at the moment right now. So you will be getting some trade signals, some bullish trade signals here in the Telegram channel. I think we've already set off a couple of signals. Let's take a look right here. I believe Euro Swiss is already a buy-in. And if you go ahead and take a look here, I'm going to scroll back a little bit. A lot of US dollar JPY trades taking place. It looks like we've got some sells on that. So that's pretty cool. So we're getting a lot of signals coming through. As you see, what we're doing here is we're picking up a directional bias, and then we we're going ahead and using automation to deploy in that direction. So a lot of signals here. Now, I'm not seeing it right here, but I do believe we do have a signal. If you go ahead and scroll up, you will find the Euro Swiss. And just about when I'm going to quit on this, I'm going to find it. I bet you. There it is there. I told you I was just about to quit on it. So here we go. Here is the Euro Swiss right here. Here's the first trade that we've got so far. You can see this trade came in at around about 9 o'clock, and that was looks like going to be Friday morning. So this came out Friday morning. You've got to buy on that at 1.0562. All right, so we definitely are buying long. And so I'm going to anticipate price to, once again, turn around and start heading back up north. Now, we'll keep an eye on this and see how this plays out over the course of the week. But that's certainly something that I'm going to go ahead and pay attention to. Let's go take a look and see what else we've got here with regards to another trade opportunity on the Euro crosses. Here is the Euro CAD. Again, looking at everything technical right here. Take a look at the Euro CAD. Once again, we have a nice little swing to the upside right here. You can see there is our wave one swing right here. Price goes ahead and moves all the way to the 1.618. And then we have a pullback. And so this is again seen as our wave four retracement. And it also came back in a nice little pattern. Take a look over here. We have a nice little zigzag pattern. There it is. Oh, that is horrible. There it is. 1, 2, 3. So nice little zigzag pattern from that rally coming back into a correction move. We'll be looking for this to go ahead and move back up north as well. Now, we are seeing a little bit of divergence here. If you take a look over here on the chart, we do see the oscillator moving up, price moving down. We do have some positive bullish divergence also on the euro Canadian dollar right here. So that's definitely going to be something worth taking a look at. So that is the Euro CAD, and now let's go ahead and continue. Euro JPY, same thing. All right, Euro JPY is actually we could look at this a little bit differently. Let's go ahead and do some housekeeping here, and let's pull in a little bit more data. I'm going to go to the daily on this. So it looks like Euro JPY. You know what, Euro JPY? I would rather prefer to stay on the sideline on Euro JPY right here, just because the market's pretty much range bound. You can see right here that we have a lot of range bound trading. Some traders would be going ahead and looking at that as maybe a larger swing, and it's still trading inside there. You see tops and bottoms right here holding. I would rather stay on the sidelines until I can get a defined directional bias on Euro JPY. Let's move on to Euro Pound, European, European, Europe. Yeah, European. Yeah, exactly. This is a European. All right. So the Euro Pound setting up over here. What's interesting about the Euro Pound at the moment right now that I like from a technical perspective? Take a look at the support that we're at right here. So we're at a lot of support right here. Market bouncing off right there. And so it's going to be sort of a no-brainer in this sense, stating that if we stay above this support level, we should be rallying back up, and we should go all the way back up to that resistance. So we'll be looking for price to go back up to retest resistance up here at the top, and we'll mark that off. So we've got that marked off right here. Let's do that. There it is. There's resistance right here at the top. And so we'll be looking for price to go back up. So again, very important that we understand that buying of support, selling of resistance is absolutely the way we want to go. And we also have to understand that we're not going to be always married to a trade, because if the market does not hold at the support level right here, and we do start buying and we see a dip going down, we will go ahead and look to get out of this position. Although we'll be buying still, it is an opportunity for us to get out of the trade. All right, so remember, traders, it doesn't always mean that if I'm buying on a certain currency pair, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm always trading the trend. Sometimes I'll be trading the break of the trend because I'm in a trade, and now I'm looking to recover and get out of that trade. So that is something you guys need to know about that, because maybe some of you are busy analyzing the market, and you've picked up a certain currency pair that I'm in, and yet you see the trend is down, but yet I'm buying. So the trend is bearish, but I'm buying the market. And you might be thinking, well, FxBigDog, you must be completely nuts right now and trading against the trend. But the answer to that question is no, I'm not nuts. Although my wife will probably disagree, but I would think that I would rather be more like saying, hey, FxBigDog is in the wrong direction. He tried to pick a bottom or top. He got it wrong, and now he's looking to work himself out of that position. Now, the reason why I would still be buying in a downward trend is because the market is still going to wave, right? So, which means that if the market is waving and we see price coming back down here, we know that there's going to be wave structure that's going to bounce the market in a retracement, and that's where we're going to go ahead and look to get the heck out of Dodge. Okay, so keep it in mind, traders, that although we are still all right in a looking for a uptrend or downtrend or looking for support and resistance, there are times that if the market breaks through these levels and does opposite to what we think it would do, we're still going to work ourselves out of that position. So on this right here, on this particular pair, we will go ahead and look to buy, and we're going to be looking to buy on the dips, all right? So if the market's already taken off, which it could be, we will absolutely look to go ahead and buy on the dips. And let's go ahead and move this down to a low time frame so we can see what the dips mean. All right, here we go, 4 hour. So you take a look at the 4 hour right here, just like we saw on the Euro Swiss, just like we saw on the Euro CAD. Here we have a Euro Pound setup, and the same thing's applying. Here we had a good rally, and after the rally, what happens? Market goes ahead and corrects itself. So we're actually in a beautiful opportunity right now, where we now have Euro Pound dipping right here, creating an opportunity for us to go ahead and buy. So again, keep an eye open for some buy opportunities that will be coming by, or these buy signals that would be coming up on the pound, on the Euro Pound. All right, this will be coming up very soon. Now I can go ahead and take a quick look over here and see if we got any trades active on this right here, and these are active trades right here, and I do not see a Euro Pound trade. There's that Euro Swiss trade I spoke about there, and I don't see a Euro Pound trade yet. So we're still yet to get in on that particular setup right here. So we're looking for, of course, a nice little entry point to get in on that and go ahead and trade that. Now let's go to Euro New Zealand dollar. Euro New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look here. Again, let me just take a quick look here. I don't believe we're in the Euro New Zealand dollar right here. No. Nope. I would be scanning aside on Euro New Zealand dollar at the moment right now. And then finally, Euro US dollar. Let's take a look at Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollars has pulled back a lot deeper than what we anticipated. In fact, very similar to the Euro Swiss franc, where we've seen a nice little rally, then we saw a dip, then we saw another rally, but it failed to break out of the high. Just something similar to what happened right here. So we had this rally, then we had a dip, then we had another rally, then it dipped, then it rallied and stayed at that high, didn't break through that, and then came back down deeper. So we had it moving back down deeper. So we've seen this as a couple of things. Either the market on the Euro US dollar is probably range bound. We'll have to take a look at that. We'll take a look at the dollar as well, see what's going on the dollar. We'll take a look at US oil and cover that as well. But let's do this. Let's go to the daily first. All right, and let's take a look at the bigger picture. And if you look at the bigger picture on this, my friends, you can see that we are definitely here looking to retest the backside of the trend line, and we're looking for price to go ahead and rally. So all of the small downward swings that you're seeing right here, it's just a build up for the market to go ahead and move back up north again. So this is just anything bearish right now is seen to be temporary, and we're looking for the Euro US dollar to continue its rally. And so traders would be looking for opportunity. Let me go ahead and zip in here. Take a look here. All right, so there it is. So we're going to see if we are possibly going to just be retesting this channel area, and then turn around heading back up north. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what I'm going to do right here? I'm on the daily. So I'm going to go ahead and extend. Actually, no, let me take a look here. 4 hour. Go to the 1 hour. I'm just going to look at these swings that we have on the lower time frame right here. So you see, this is what we had previously. So This is important right here. This low is important. All right. So if the market continues to fall, all right, which it can, by the way, but if it continues to fall, then this price at 12.69, at 12.69, if market takes out 12.69, clearly traders, we may be heading a lot deeper and we may be missing out on something. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a look at the technical analysis and establish what is it that we're really missing out on this. Because there may be something that we're going to be missing out on that we might need to be paying a little bit more attention to. So we'll go ahead and take a look and see how that plays out. What I'd like to do as well on this is go down to this 1 hour right here and start looking for a downward counter trend line break right here. So go ahead and put that in. Let's get a nice break out of this and then see if we've got anything else confirming maybe positive divergence. Maybe we've got something on the larger time frame that's confirmed a bullish candlestick formation, something to give us an indication that we've seen a turnaround point on the euro US dollar right here. Now, we could also go ahead and take a look at the dollar index, and we have been talking about dollar index weakness. And if you look over here, the only way the euro US dollar can rally and rally strong is if we have a very weak US dollar move. Now, we know that the Feds had an urgent meeting today to go ahead and talk about inflation, talk about what they're expecting GDP to be this year. In fact, they said they're still targeting 3.5 to 4% GDP this year. So they're expecting some growth in GDP, but they're also looking to go ahead and maintain that inflationary target. So they've committed to that, so which means that they're still on track based on their rate hikes. Now, in March is when we're expecting the first rate hike in March. Let's see if the Fed surprise us and give us something a little bit earlier than that. But in the meantime, if we take a look at the dollar index right here, the dollar index, in my opinion, is set up for a long-term sell-off. Now, here it is right here. We've got a big swing going down here. We've got a pullback. Let me go ahead and show you what it looks like right here. We had a big swing going down. We had a pullback right here. Price tried to fail, or at least price failed to break below that support and came back in. And we have traded above this high right here right now. Now, with us trading above that high, this tells us that at any time right now, we could see a failed rally and then price turn around and heading down. And if it does, it's going to be a much longer dip on the dollar than we've had over the last couple of weeks. In fact, we're going to have a similar drop as we had it right here between January and hang on, is this, which year is this? Let's take a look here. So not year, but let's take a look at the date. Yeah, it was January. So around about the end of January to around about the 3rd of February, we had this big fall right here in the dollar. We should be expecting that to come up pretty soon. So it is imminent and it could happen. So we're going to look for the signs. And right now, if I look at the euro US dollar right here, I'm thinking rally on euro US dollar due to what I'm seeing here on dollar index as well. Now, so that's telling us we're going to get some weakness out in the dollar. Let's go to US oil. US oil has done a little something different than what I anticipated. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be real honest. I didn't expect this rally, but I'm going to say this. I am going to expect, all right, going to expect that we are going to see a top out, all right? It is very, very, very close that we're going to top out on US oil. US oil cannot be this strong for too long. It's going to have to go ahead and correct itself. So I'm still, and I've spoken about it in my sessions over the last couple of weeks, and I'm still going to remain stick to that story. And that is that I'm going to expect oil to fall. Now, is oil going to fall all the way back down to $61 a barrel? Well, that is the long-term target for the correction move because of this broadening formation. So we're still in, although we did pump up a little higher from $88 to $95 a barrel, although we pumped up a little higher, this is still giving us that resistance level. And because resistance and support is not a defined price, it's an area, we see an area of resistance here. Okay, and that's important. So if we've seen an area of resistance, that means that there is something inside here. And if I go to the swings right here, maybe I can find out what I'm missing out here. Here we go. Wave 1. Let's go up here to the top. Wave 2. All right, so that's actually wave three. So here it is. This is exactly what we're missing right here. This is 1, 2, 3 up here, 4 down here, and now we're at 5. So we had to pump up a little higher. We had to get above that $93 high. So we had to get above that in order for us to get to our 1.27 right here. And now that we're at that right here, again, looking for a sell-off on US oil. Expect it to come. It's going to happen. Okay. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Clearly, it's not there yet, but it's something that could come up. Now, when that does happen, then we could go ahead and expect to see some movement in the Canadian crosses. Specifically, we spoke about Euro CAD. And Euro CAD, we could be expecting a rally in Euro CAD. All right, absolutely, I see a rally in Euro CAD. All right, just give me 1 second right here. So we'll take a look and see how that plays out. All right, so traders, my outlook for this week is going to be looking at some euro rallies. All right, look for euro rallies. I'm going to be focusing in on euro rallies, but I'm also going to be focusing in on what the dollar does this week with based on the news that's coming out. We've got some data coming out for Aussie. We've got some data coming out for the Canadians. So there's a lot of good stuff that we're going to pay attention to this week. But my big focus is going to be is on the euro crosses, specifically euro US dollar as well as euro Swiss. All right, both looking for nice rallies. I did mention about the euro CAD as well. Take a look at that euro CAD as well and see what happens with that. Also, we're going to make sure that we keep an eye on oil. See if oil can hold at that resistance. And if we can, we're going to see a sell-off on US oil, which may create some opportunities towards the latter part of this week and as we're heading into next week as well. So traders, with that being said, have a great week of trading. We'll see you back in the next update. This is FxBigDog signing off.